If there's one thing I can't stand, it's bread tube videos. Part 8.5. The philosophy of being fucked in the ass. See, I'm not a bimbo, I'm a poet. This is the second time I've done a close reading of a Gigi video. It's getting kinda weird. Also, why hasn't she answered my letters? Step on my throat, mommy. I literally need a man. I need a man. Help! Alright, I'm gonna get pliers. The lesbian solution. There's like 15 jars of urine in my refrigerator right now. Yeah, that's right. Women pee too, okay? Get over it. I'm so sorry if this offends your male notions of feminine delicacy, but I, for one, will not be shamed by your patriarchal bullshit. Who's even left for me to feel superior to? The goddamn Belgians? Fuck this waffle. I am about one breakdown away from going on a rampage and making a suit out of women's skin. Just kidding, I would never do that. Though on a bad skin day, I've given it serious consideration. Oh, hey, Quarch. Hey, how are you, Quarch? Okay, listen. I know this looks bad. I know you think I'm bougie and you're here to take me to the guillotine. Well, fair enough. But before you do, can a dying queen make one request? How about this? I'm the new Scheherazade, so you can cut my head off, but first, you have to let me tell you my life story. Fair? That's super fucking great. Now sit down, bitch, and allow me to explain myself. It's just hard to focus on climate change when there's so much else on my mind. He's just so cute, especially certain transmedicalist YouTubers like Vanessa LeBlanc and Too Cute Smasher 9000. Too Cute Smasher 9000. Roast me back, Calvin, I dare you. I want to be beautiful. Desperately. God, I'll do anything. Anything. We started from the bottom. Now the whole team is fucking here. Oh, I was desperate to be straight. I tried prayer. I tried electric shocks. All the classics. All the hits. You know, the idea is if you shock yourself every time you think about women, you start to associate the two in your head. So now I'm a lesbian and I enjoy electric shocks. This is supposed to hurt, but I just feel like I'm on a road trip with Cate Blanchett. Like Mexicans. How dangerous are they? Muslims. Can we stop them? Would you clock me? I'd clock me. I'd fuck me too. I don't give a shit. Get out of my room, Mom! Well, that's good news, because people call my aesthetic tacky all the time. I can't imagine why. Let me just get some more jewels on my tits. Hey, how are you, happiness? Hey, how are you? Feeling that life is worth living? It's a good moment. You're like, oh, this is okay. This is gonna be okay. I can get through this. It's how it starts. To watch out for that. And the most glaring aspects of that failure are my male past, my sexual orientation, and the severed human heads in my refrigerator. Yeah, killing all those people was not my most feminine moment, but I was having a bad skin day. What was I supposed to do? Even though they're actually just high-rise traps designed to lure you in and take your money. And if there's one thing I can't stand, it's traps. Oh, goddess of light, please shield and protect Tiffany against the ravages of inner strife. Enclose her in your loving arms and cleanse her of all condemnation and internalized transphobia. I entreat you, O Great Mother, bathe Tiffany in inner peace, acceptance, and self-care, and rid her of her toxic, cis-normative true scum ways. Amen. Are we done here? I don't think I can make it through any more readings from the SJW prayer book. Tiffany, why are you rejecting the love I am trying to deliver unto you? Because I'm grossed out by you. That's why. Okay then. Well, namaste, bitch. Look, why don't we all take a step back and take a moment just to honor our heroes in uniform and let them know how much we appreciate their service. God, I love the troops. Thinking about the troops makes me wet. It makes me cum. Semper Fi, boys.
In 2008, Fabio Berri, an art historian who is now at Stanford, complained that a boldly colored recreation of a statue of the Emperor Augustus at the Vatican Museum looked like a crossdresser trying to hail a taxi.
Hey, how are you? And you just know that when the news first broke, some horrified WASP classicist turned to a colleague and said, "Oh, Kingsley, it looks It looks Mexican. So what am I supposed to do? Sit here in silent contemplation until my desires finally align themselves with the interests of the international proletarian revolution? Oh, fuck the revolution. I want to be a pretty rich girl. I don't own this building. Any rube off the streets of Baltimore can walk in here, as indeed you did. But that's okay. I need a witness. I need you to see me here, among the other art, where I belong. Look, there's these people who make YouTube videos teaching you how to do makeup. It's worth checking out if you can figure out how to start up Internet Explorer. I certainly can't. I can be misgendered a Dairy Queen for all I care. It does not matter. I can strut with confidence because I am basking in the regal knowledge of my own aesthetic superiority. Bow before me, peasants, I proclaim to the drive-through window, for I am serving a lurk. Sir, this is a Dairy Queen. You think you're safe from criticism because your look is bad on purpose. Fuck that. Take a stand, you pussy bitch. I take a great offense to this as a person whose look is bad on accident, and Susan Sontag agrees with me. Do you like history, boys? How did Rome fall again? Was it the gays? Tell me all about it. Justine, you're not non-binary, you're gay. And everyone can see this except you. Oh, come on. I'm not gay. Justine was extremely gay. Protest though the lady may, there simply is no stopping gayness. I love cat girls. I hate cat girls, but I also love them. Oh, abominable fate. I'm just trying to figure out where I stand here, because if the revolution starts on Twitter, my head is definitely going in the basket, and then I'll have no choice but to do the conservative talk show circuit. You know, like most people whose brains are detached from their bodies. Marie Antoinette did nothing wrong, hey, how are you? It doesn't matter what I wear. It's when I dream they're Lily's dreams. Dragging the Danish girl. Well, fuck the Danish. I could never abide that sort of person. We all know what I'm talking about. You can tell the whiskey is getting to me because I'm being bigoted against the Danish. These things come out, you know. You get honest, you get real when you get a little bit of the Irish in your system. Did I just fucking put lipstick outside the fucking lip liner? This is all Lily's fault. Lily Alba. Fuck her dreams. Some of that is when you're raised like I was, as a middle-class white boy with no athletic talent. Parents and teachers treat you like a fucking genius, like Einstein nutted a load in Mozart's bussy, and Mozart shat you out while he was getting a rusty trombone from Vincent van Gogh. It inspired his famous painting, Starfish Night. I mean, whomst among us honestly hasn't slipped into a dissociative fugue state, dressed up as a clown, kidnapped a few neighborhood children, and told the cops, I'm giving you John Wayne Gacy realness, hunty. How do you trick straight men into thinking they're gay? If you find out, let me know. It's bad. I'm bad. I'm super bad. Remember in high school when you had to read The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Sparknotes? The character Jay Gatsby doesn't even like opulent mansion parties, but he throws them anyway just to show his crush Daisy that he's made it, that he's a success, that he's worth something. And as we all remember, in the end, they get married and defeat the monster Grendel to save the Hall of Hrothgar. At least, that's what I wrote in my 10th grade English essay about how the theme of The Great Gatsby is money always leads to happiness. I got a D-. My wardrobe notes for this video say MRA femme fatale and fedora but make it fashion. School shooter realness. Is it phones? It's probably phones. And just to clarify, I'm not trying to take away your video games and porn. I'm not telling you what to do with your penis. You can rub one out to this video for all I care. Just don't pull a Gamergate on me, okay? I live in fear. I've never talked about this on my channel before, so this is a super fucking vulnerable moment for me, but I am, in fact, a transgender woman, which may come as a big shock to many of you since I'm 100% real fesh. I get comments all the time from like very solemn people like, guys, I'm pretty sure this is a dude. Great work, detective. You cracked the case. You're doing very good, sweetie. Very, very good. Which matters more? The freedom to live an authentic life, or the freedom to crush degenerates under the heel of a jackboot? As a centrist, I am undecided, but the important thing is we are talking about it. James Charles, I know you're having a hard month, but I've got a business idea that's gonna turn this thing around for you. Here's the plan. You're gonna create a new line of skincare products called Chad Glow. Bribe PewDiePie to send his fans to the promo video, "Hi sister cells," and send me a check in the mail. You're welcome. The great philosopher and venerable German closet queen, Fräulein Emanuel Hildegard Marlena Kennedy Davenport Kunt, said that pure aesthetic taste is disinterested, that is, completely free of any material desire. Of course, Miss Thing also founded the hashtag NoFap movement, so I don't know how seriously we want to take that. ContraPoints could be literally collaborating with Hitler. We have a Hitler comparison. You guys, let's think about this. If I have never seen my brain, how do I know I even have a brain? Now, a lot of people don't know what a toner does, but look, it tones, okay? Do you want your face to be untoned? Sexual confession, everybody, sexual confession. I have abnormal urges. It's 1 a.m. My neighbors can definitely hear that. They know I have abnormal urges now. They already knew that. If you flaunt your wealth too much, people might rob you, or they might get envious and come after you with pitchforks and guillotines. Or worse, taxation. All right, that's enough of this. You know, as a biological female, I honestly don't understand any of this tranny shit. Okay. That was a hard T. Now, does my husband sometimes wear panties around the house and ask me to call him mommy's little slut? Well, sure, but that is a matter between her and the Lord. It's best not to think about it too much. Here's a chart I made illustrating what every straight man in the world thinks about makeup. Yes, I asked all of them. ContraPoints be like, let's hear some non-binary people. This is a very good impression of me. You're doing very good, sweetie. You're doing very, very good. I guess Nietzsche's the exception. He was straight and a philosopher, but he was an incel and, let's be honest, definitely a tranny chaser. In conclusion, trans trenders are real and probably dangerous. Make sure to protect your children. As for how many genders there are, you know, I'm gonna take the centrist route and say 2.5. All right, that's our show. This has been the Freedom Report, where the debate never stops. Except when the show is over. Get out! ContraPoints, more like disappoints. That's a good one. If you're gonna drag me, at least be funny.
Can someone remake these carts, please? It's dangerous.
They're gonna cut your head off, Gorge. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe a surgeon peeled her face off and fixed her shitty skull. There should honestly be a statue of me sucking dick in the town square with the inscription, "Here knelt Natalie Wynn, attempted heterosexual." In reality, of course, it turns out they were painted the colors of something a drag queen might wear to a quinceañera. The incel newspeak word for beauty is looks-maxing, because of course they have to go about this in the most heterosexual possible way. It is imperative to implement a skin max regimen in order to maximize looks money status and secure access to females. Leave the gays alone. It's certainly the argument I intend to make when I write this off as a medical expense on my taxes. If you're an IRS auditor, please stop this video now and insert the next floppy disk into your CD drive. As I like to say, if you can't love yourself, how in the hell are you gonna prop up your narcissistic delusions? Because let's be real, Gorge. I just wanted to pour milk on my face and talk about the mouthfeel. It was almost enough to make up for my 6th grade teacher, Mrs. Romano, forcing me to pee my pants in public. Fuck you, Romano. I'm glad your father died. Yikes. This ain't it, Chief. Friendly reminder that this isn't a good look. Maybe don't try to get trans women killed. Disappointing. I would sit there telling another trans person, why are trans lesbians so cringy? They're making things harder for the rest of us girls. And that's the real darkness, isn't it? Not even having the decency to openly despise yourself like an honest American. Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? People don't understand how difficult it is to be this blonde. You know, a biological female that looks like me. I'm afraid some transvestite psycho is gonna sneak in through a rear window and I'll have to dial M for murder. I get vertigo just thinking about it. So, setting aside any tabloid drama that may have happened during the Bush administration, I'm saying this in the cuntiest way, and they deserve it. They fucking deserve the cuntiness. I'm spilling whiskey tea all over my goddamn bathrobe. I'm a lady. She's a woman. We know all this because we've all been sitting around critiquing it for decades. Because that's what leftists do. We critique things. things. We are finely tuned detectors of racism, sexism, ableism, fatphobia, transphobia, and capitalism run AMAC. We notice an injustice, we problematize it, we critique it, and then we cancel it.
God, the entire history of Western aesthetic philosophy is just a bunch of repressed homos trying to rationalize away their debased perversions. What must that be like? From the bottom of my motherfucking and my fatherfucking heart, that must be super fucking hard for them. I can't even imagine.
I may be trash, but I am majestic trash. I am resplendent trash. I am couture trash. Why does Donald Trump's apartment look like Liberace married a Turkmenistani dictator and moved into a cheesecake factory? Dear 4chan, I am super fucking sorry I called you thin-wristed otaku shitweasels who like looking at pictures of little girls. I have been trying to educate myself and learn from my mistakes, and I now realize that's only 70% of you. I don't have a lot of days where I walk out the house thinking, well, I'm giving femme queen realness, but apart from that, I look like absolute shit. And if you were born lower class and you're transsexual, whew, sweaty. You'd better start a revolution. Marsha P. Johnson, hey, how are you? Chicks with bread.